What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to the what should have been the Monday live stream, but there was a little bit of a issue that we had, so you guys are seeing me on Wednesday. I had last couple days off, did some recording, some editing, and we are here, and we're going to be bringing in Gator from Novice Knows. I met him probably, I'd say, 6 to 8 months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. He has a channel called The Novice Knows. If you guys want to go check that out. If you hear my dog in the background, don't worry, it'll go away in just a second. But today I am wearing a fragrance that I just got in by Lamari. It's called Noble Caval or Cavalli. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced. I got this in because Scent Rush was doing a sale where they took all Lamari fragrances, including the decants of any of the fragrances they had, and they took them 50% off. That sale is still going on. I'm pretty sure almost all of the bottles are gone, except for there was one of Noble Caval, there was one of Nuage Noir, and then there's a bunch of decants. The only one that doesn't have any decants left is Porthole. But I do want to let you know, if you haven't tried out Noble Caval, this fragrance, what it really smells like when you first spray it on, it smells like Roja Apex Parfum meets Sauvage Parfum. It has some blue tones in there. It's definitely a bit richer, a bit warmer. And then as it starts to dry down, it kind of smells like Jasada Ambassador Intense, which is also compared to Roja Apex Parfum, but it's a bit fresher, a slight bit lighter, but it's a really good fragrance. And I can say I sprayed it on yesterday, and then I didn't take a shower until this afternoon, and it was on my hand still, so the fragrance does last a good amount of time. Let me turn this music off for a second because it's kind of getting on my nerves. There we go. But anyway, let me know what your scent of the day is. Again, we'll bring on Gator here in probably about 10 minutes. If you haven't seen, I haven't really been doing videos consistently for the last week. I put a few out there, but I was away for work for about 6 days. There were 2 days I was away, then I got back, then I had 2 days, and then back, and then 2 days. And I had some videos I could post, but I was a little bit busy. And then I also had that car issue prior to that. And then now I am finally back. I have the next few days off. I'm going to the AC/DC concert tomorrow night with my family, but you guys should still have a video for one of the fragrances that he sent me today, which is Latafa Khamrah Dukhan. It's the only one out of all of these that I have tried. And I'll give you my full thoughts on that today, obviously, but if you want to see the video tomorrow, I did a full review of it. But yeah, we're going to talk about some fragrances I sent him. He also sent me Casamigos tequila, so I'm going to be doing a few shots. Not a big shot person, but I'll drink anything, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, I have, I think, 11 videos filmed. I have my top 5 fragrances to date from 2025. I have a fragrance haul that I picked up with Greenlee Essential Parfums. I have a Essential Parfums Bois Imperial versus Parfums de Marly Castley video. I have the Khamrah Dukhan one, and then I have, somebody asked me in my last live stream if I could do, so I know a lot of people are doing these, if the world ended, or if I had to get rid of my entire collection, which 10 fragrances would I keep? The person wanted me to do that, but which 10 freshies would I keep? And I said, honestly, I've always had this feeling with top 10 lists. I'll do one a week, but people who do consistent top 10 lists, I mean, a top 10 list, top 10 freshies should be the same as top 10 freshies that you would keep if your whole fragrance collection was gone. To me, that's the same, but people will do 2 different videos, top 10 freshies and then top 10 freshies that they would keep if the world had ended, and they will be completely different, which to me doesn't make any sense. But hey, I'll do it because you guys asked me to do it. So anyway, we'll have some fun. I'm going to see who's in the chat. Let me know again what your scent of the day is. What's up, Joel? Scent of the day. I saw this and I can't read it. So you guys look at that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. What's up, Barry? Howdy, folks. Scent of the day is Mind Games Vieri. I got Mind Games the forward. I'm not actually a big Mind Games fan. I tried pretty much all of them. There's about 4 or 5 of them that I think are good. There's 2 of them, of those 4 or 5, that I think are great. And I own one of them, and the other one I wouldn't pay 300 and whatever for a bottle of it. 385, 395. I think they're way overpriced for what they are, just my opinion. But they have really nice bottles. That's pretty much the best part about most of their fragrances, to be honest with you. But hopefully you're enjoying Vieri. That one, I don't know. I think I did try. I don't remember it, though. Scent of the day is Killian Straight to Heaven Extreme. That's a really good fragrance. It's not talked about a lot, but it's a really good fragrance. He's saying hi to Gator, so I didn't see Gator in here yet. No, I didn't. Juan De La Cruz, what's going on? Hi from Riverdale, California. Finally catching a live. Yeah, because I finally did one on Wednesday. Usually I do it on Monday nights. But if you don't know, Juan is, he's a secret perfumer. He doesn't have fragrances out yet. At least that I don't know of, unless you have like a random company that you haven't told me about. He's been sending me decants of fragrances he's trying to make for the last, I'd say, 2.5 years. With like some time in between. And right now I'm actually on the 3rd one. So he sent me them like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then he resent them to me, and I just got back. So I'm on my 3rd one right now. So I'll get through all of them and then let you know. And then apparently he's going to be releasing them to the public. And I got to tell you, there's some really good fragrances that he is making. Some really killer ones that are right up my alley. Tea fragrances, plum fragrances, pretty much any fragrance you can think. He's trying it all. I mean, he's trying things that most people wouldn't. He's working with animalic tones. I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff. So shout out to you, Juan. I'm glad you were able to make the live. If I can freaking click on this next one. Kenneth Westfall, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Good evening. Scent of the day is Parfums de Marley Perseus. Scent of the day is Moage Search. Nice. Parfums de Marley Perseus, it's not one that I picked up. If I could find it for a good price, I would. It's just, I find it too similar to other fragrances that, unless I can find it for like 140, 130, which apparently somebody just bought it for less than that today. So if I can find it for that price, I'll 100% buy it. So what's up, JTS? Parfums de Marley Herod. I wouldn't have thought that you'd be wearing a Parfums de Marley, but you are wearing my favorite fragrance of all time, so there we go. So David Webster is wearing Missoni Wave. Great choice as well. I almost mentioned that in a video today, but I decided to do Kashi instead. But anyway, Dan Not the Man. What's up, Randy? Scent of the day is Aventus Cologne. I almost traded that. It was going to be a hard trade, but I almost traded that away, but I'm glad I didn't because it's one of my favorites. But I almost traded it away because I just don't wear it as much as I wanted to, and the person was really interested in getting it, but I'm glad I didn't. I ended up trading away Isola Blue, but I have a new bottle of that now, so it doesn't really matter. Barry Watson, myself, EDP, and Le Parfum. Redundant, yeah. I would say the Le Parfum is just the better version of it. I do see Gator in the background. I'm going to bring him on in just a few minutes here, but the Le Parfum is just a warmer, richer version of the EDP. The EDP is slightly fresher, but yeah, there is a huge redundancy issue between the two. Some people prefer the original because it is a slight bit lighter. Most people prefer the Le Parfum just because it is an all-rounder version of the original. So I would say try both if you can, but if not, then the Le Parfum to me is the better option, both in quality, smell, everything. Man, I'm getting real frustrated. I'm still waiting on my bottle of Castley. Castley is growing on me. I just did a video on it, so I was up and down. When I first tried Castley, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was like a 9.5. Stuff was amazing. Then I wore it like 6 times, and I was like, I don't know anymore. It's not a love for me. It was like a like 8 out of 10. But then it was like as soon as I got Essential Parfums Bois Imperial in, and I tried the two next to each other, and I could sense the Timur and Akigala wood similarities, and then I was able to pinpoint the lemon oil from Leighton and the ambroxan that comes from Percival all mixed together with that Bois Imperial, Timur, and Akigala wood. I really came back to Castley to where it's one of my favorite releases of the year now. And I was up and down with that fragrance, but I am steady. It's been about a month now that I am steady at I like Castley a lot. So just wanted to let you know. But that, I mean, hopefully you're able to get it. I know you pay like crazy full price for PDMs at release. So hopefully you didn't that time, but they're not worth that. They're not worth the full retail price, in my opinion. If I would do a list of fragrances, I would keep. If the world ended, I would need to do a top 20. Oh, believe me, Joel, I did a top 10, and I had four runners up. It had to be. But before we get into, there's a lot more in the chat. I'm going to get through three more, and then I'll bring Gator in. AS, hello, dude in chat. Scent of the day is DRM Sport 2021, which is also on one of my videos coming up. Have a great live. Hit that like. I appreciate it, AS. He always comes in, says something nice, and then pieces out. Come on, hating. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. I just know you love your PDMs. I wasn't surprised you were wearing it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. No problem. I'll contact you soon. I have an AC/DC concert tomorrow, so probably not tomorrow, but I will be off Friday, so I'll probably talk to you on that day. Just got mine from 169 off Venba. Nice. Newt got his for 110. Yeah. He was the one, he got his for 110 on Facebook. I was like, if I'm going to get it for 110, I fucking want to buy that shit. Anyway, let's bring on our guest of honor. This is Gator from Novice Knows. He been a supporter of the channel. I think it's actually been a year now, almost a year. But big fan of the channel, big fan of his channel. Go follow if you haven't. This is Gator from the Novice Knows. What's going on?
What's going on, Randy? What's going on, Fragrance family? How y'all guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing, man. So if you guys don't know, I was going to go live with him on Monday.
Yeah.
UPS was really playing with my brain. I was about to fight somebody.
So not just you, man. I was sitting there like, really? This is what we're doing? Like we shipped out the thing and it had the adult signature required, but we didn't put it on there. So it was just kind of weird. I don't know what happened, but you got it finally, man. And
Finally.
it probably was because I was trying to ship you a shot. That's probably what it was.
There we go. Yeah, he sent me the Casamigos. Again, but what's your scent of the day today?
So my scent of the day today, man. And do you hear echo? Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, this it might just be me. Well, sit of the day today, man. I actually got to give a shout out to Ross, man, over at TLTG because he's the one that actually first introduced me to this thing, man. Talked to the people at Siren Fragrances, real good people over there. If y'all have not had a chance to experience any of their fragrances, make sure you do. They should have some discovery kits coming up soon. But scent of the day today is Blue Caviar, actually from Siren Fragrances. This is good, man. This is one of my favorite pickups in the last couple of months here. It's got, like I said, aromatic blue. It's got some fougerish type vibes to it, with some tobacco in the base, man. It makes for like a really kind of manly, rugged type of wearing, man. But it's really good. It's nice and fresh. I like it.
Yeah, I saw Ross talking about those a bunch about the caviar fragrances. I haven't
Oh yeah.
got around to them, but he said that they were good. He even texted me. He was like, "You should try one of these fragrances soon." So I don't know if I'm gonna do a live with him or what, but they sound good for sure.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
man. They're actually pretty good. I got to get my hands on black caviar. That's the next one. But this one I definitely this is the one that really popped when I was thinking about the fragrance when he started talking about. It. I'm like, that sounds like that's right up my alley.
Nice. Before we get into more conversation, I knew where I was going with this fragrance, but I wanted to tell everybody the reason why Scent Rush discounted all of the Lamari fragrances. A lot of people were asking if Lamari was going out of business. They are not going out of business.
I
Lamari
hope
is
not.
they're rebranding right now, and what they're doing is they're putting new atomizers and possibly new packaging, and they were asking all companies that have their products to sell them out so that they can make room for all their new products. So they should have new products by June 1st at all of your local
Ooh.
discounters. So if you're looking for Porthole or any of the other fragrances, they will be back within the next month or so.
Oh,
Before I
nice.
forgot about it, I wanted to say something.
That's actually pretty cool, man. Because I like the Lamari fragrances. I don't know why they have to get new atomizers, but if they're gonna improve on it, get it pressurized, I'm good.
Yeah, have you seen the atomizers on them?
It has been a while. I've actually seen the tester atomizers. I don't know if the actual, yeah, that's kind of what my experience was. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, for a fragrance that's $300, I think what they're trying is the biggest complaint people have had because they love the bottles, they love the fluid, but the
Yeah.
issue is that the atomizer is just a one click, and most of the time when you have a $300 fragrance, you have either pressurized, controlled, or a mix of the two.
Oh yeah.
But so for people who don't know your channel, tell them a little bit about what you got going on over at the Novice Knows.
Well, guys, of course, I'm Gator. I'm over at the Novice Knows. Man, just loving fragrances, man. I got into this hobby literally because of my love for fragrances. And, I love to get on and talk about those fragrances. And, my wife eventually told me, you got to stop talking to me about these things. You got to actually get and talk to somebody else because I'm tired of hearing about these notes and I'm tired of hearing about lavender and I'm tired of hearing about fougères. So I actually went ahead and jumped on the channel, man, and she told me I wasn't gonna be able to buy another bottle unless I started doing reviews. So bottles and bottles later, here I am with the Novice Knows channel, man. It's growing. I love the support from everybody that's out there, the community that has really kind of embraced what I'm doing, man. And I definitely appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody like you and Ross and everybody, Thid Bubble and Kix Griffey, all those guys that I've met, man, during the journey. I appreciate every single one of them, man.
Yeah, there's a definitely a good welcoming community. Well, there's also some bad eggs out there, but for
Oh
the
yeah.
most part, there's a welcoming community here. I mean, most
Oh
people,
yeah.
especially in that circle that you just mentioned, most of those people are they're very. I mean, they're happy to. It doesn't matter if they have 150,000 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. They're happy
Yeah.
to bring you onto their channel, and it doesn't matter. And that's what I like about it because prior to the Ross era, before that, like the Jensen's Chaos, when they were growing, they never really
Hmm.
brought other people onto their channel to shout out the smaller people, and so that's what I like about the community nowadays. There's a lot more collaboration.
Yeah, I heard it got ugly back in the day, man. Folks would just not talk to you and block you from chats and block you from their channel and all kinds of craziness, man. And
It
and
was
it's
it wasn't even that long ago, man. It was a year, two, not like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I was a big part of it. I mean, like I had it happen to me by
oh
multiple people.
oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just because you're asking questions about fragrances or you're telling people, one of the things I did realize too is that when I get on other people's platforms, the one thing I have to stop doing is if someone mentions something in the chat, I have to stop answering their questions
Yep.
because I'll have people come in and literally like, "Where's my comment? It's gone." Like they'll
Yeah.
block my comments, So I had to learn to kind of, decorum in those
Yeah,
scenarios.
like the first time was I went on and Chaos Fragrances was posting his sales, and I was like, "Hey, just an FYI, you can find this Armani code on this site for half that price." He blocked me completely just for that,
Oh
and
damn.
yeah, I was like, "Come on, man! I mean, if you're trying to help out the community and not just make money, that should be." Just like Newt said, positive energy, positive vibes, aka Dedrick.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and Dedrick's a real one for that, man. I kind of follow the same philosophy that he does in that scenario. I try to keep myself away from any type of mess, any type of triflingness that be out there in the fragrance community. I try to keep myself away from it as much as I can, and just kind of, I'm always going to speak life into people, and that's in my real life and personal life. So when it comes to fragrances, because fragrances give me life, then I'm going to reciprocate and give fragrances life. So anybody that's in the fragrance game, anybody that's in the fragrance community, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm always speaking up to them. There's some assholes that I've met. Don't get me wrong. There's
Believe
been
me.
some people. There's some people that I've associated with before that is like, oh man, you're an asshole, but it's the love of fragrances that brings us all together.
Exactly. Well, preach there, Gator. Please.
Oh yeah.
You want to? I'm going to take the shot. I don't know if you're taking a shot with me.
Oh yeah. So here's my thing, right? So I've said this on a previous video. My two favorite words in the English language are mezcal and anejo, and I think they're actually Spanish. So I actually have an anejo shot here, and then I have this is a Cristalano anejo that I've got. And then I've got my normal little juice here, which is a mix basically of Cristalano, Anejo, chocolate bitters, walnut bitters, and a little bit of Splenda.
There you go. A little bit of splinter. Whenever I started my channel, all my live streams, I prefer beer over liquor. But
Oh yeah.
every live stream, I do liquor all. I used to do liquor all the time, I should say. But I used to every live stream, I would have a 6 pack or a 12 pack of beer, and I would just go right through it.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? That's the fun of it, though, man. When you on, that's how you know you're having a good time, man. When you can enjoy your adult beverage and you're sitting there, you're talking to people, and y'all are having a good conversation, man. It really does make a difference. When some people who don't know me, I come from a podcast background. Dope Discussions was one of my favorite things to do. It was
Okay.
just like a relationships podcast. So we talked about relationships, talked about mental health, talked about all kinds of things, man. Talked about ratchet news, all that. So we didn't drink very much all there. My other podcast was a show called Down Five. And Down Five was our key word, our key line was the most misogynistic podcast this side of North Kakalaki. And we weren't necessarily misogynistic. That was kind of a inside type joke. But most of that podcast was us sitting there talking to the people and consuming copious amounts of alcohol while we were doing it.
Yeah,
So,
I
you
was
know,
getting to the point where I was so red in the face that people were like, "Yep, dude's drunk now," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right. I probably got to get off here."
oh yeah,
But
oh yeah.
cheers to
Okay.
you being on the live stream for the first time, man.
Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you. We'll
I should
get
have
this
got
started.
I should have got a shot glass.
Yeah, I've learned, man. Ah,
That was
so
that was a lot smoother than I thought it was gonna be.
yeah, so that's why I got that one for you. That Casamigos Anejo is really smooth, man. It's
Very.
nice. It's nice.
I was nervous it was gonna be one of those things that burns the back of your throat, and you're just like, "Nom, nom, nom."
Right.
But it
Like,
actually has a good flavor. It
oh
almost
yeah.
tastes like it has a bit of like lime or something in it.
It's weird because that anejo that they have, I think it's like a triple processed anejo. It's really good. It's really good. It's expensive as shit, but it's really good.
Well, if you guys haven't tried, I mean, I wasn't a big liquor fan, but after I just tried that, I'm probably gonna have to get a bottle of Casamigos.
Oh
But
yeah.
I did bring some Sprite just in case I needed it, but I definitely don't even need it for that.
Oh yeah.
Everybody go sub to Novice Knows. Thank you, David. I was actually just about to say that. I think I already said it like 3 or 4 times. So, but I call Gator Mr. 1 a.m. because I'm always sitting there like watching, I don't know, Game of Thrones or the end of like NBA semifinals or whatever it might be,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll log out and it's like 12:30 at night, and he's like, it's like, hey, Novice Knows is live, and I'm like, who the hell goes live at 1
Right,
a.m.?
exactly. And he's told me that, by the way, many times when I've gone live. So it's crazy because that's never my intent to go live like that. As a matter of fact, I think SB and Kix Griffey, they do more of the late night type stuff. I try to do mine at a reasonable time. However, what'll happen sometimes is I'll be sitting there and I'll just get finished editing a video and I'll like the way my camera is set up and I'll be like, you know what? I'm going live. So I'll just turn it on and just start going live, man. But you know what? Those are some of my favorite conversations, man, because you'll get people who don't really know that much about fragrance jumping in and being like, hey, I got questions like this, I got questions like that, and I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability.
Yeah, to the best of your ability. That's the way I
Oh
always
yeah.
said it. Because when I started my channel, I don't know if you've ever saw any of my old videos. I'm like embarrassed by them, but I told you, I said the way to start a channel is just start it. No matter what you have,
Yeah.
just start the damn channel. I started it with the old iPhone headphone mic that I would put it over a picture frame and just put it in front of me like it was a stand mic, and then I would use my iPhone 11 and I wouldn't edit any of it. I would just put it straight onto the YouTube, and I didn't have a tripod either, so it was looking directly up at my ceiling, and I'd be like, yeah, so today's sin of the day is
Yeah. But it's all about the start, and that's one of the things that I got from you when you were talking about that, man. It's all about just recording, because one of the things that's a problem with me, some people think it's good. I don't think so. I'm a perfectionist. So what'll happen is if I don't have things the exact way that I have it pictured in my head, sometimes I'll delay the start because I'm trying to get everything exactly the way that I want to get it. And when that kind of hit me when you were like, "Hey, just start." Just
Yep.
start. You got this, funky camera. You got, whatever. Just start, and that's what happened, man. I just started recording, man, and but I always love to do it. Like I said, I come from that podcast type of background there, so music and podcasting. So that's
See, before I had a channel, I had a channel with my daughter where we were opening up Pokemon booster packs, and we had 175,000 followers. But the camera wasn't something we had to have pointed at us. It was pointed directly down at the
oh
at the box. So I didn't have to have something set up like this, and we would just open up the cards and then end the thing. And so when I started this, I have a background in graphic design, and I know it doesn't show on my channel because I don't have the time to. I don't have the time to go through and do that. I don't want to do it because I'm a perfectionist as well. But I realized when I started my channel, if I'm going to be doing 5 videos a week, 5 cent in the day posts a week, sales post 2 cent in the or two two what's it called, shorts. I'm
yeah.
not going to have the time to spend doing the graphic design, editing, kind of like Paragon Fragrances does, where he spends until 2 a.m. editing. I just don't have the time to do that because
Oh man, yeah.
I work 12 hours a day, so I just can't do that.
Right, right. And shout out to Nate, man. He just hit that 30,000, man. I was like, oh, dude, man.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's crazy.
man. I don't. I'm like you in that sense. I mean, I do edit, but that's just because I have a lot of air in my videos. I'll be sitting there talking, and I'll be like, and let me smell this fragrance again. And I'll just start relaying my thoughts again. So if you watch my videos, it'll always be like I'll stop, and then but you won't see that part. I'll take that part out.
Oh yeah, see, I still do that, but I'm talking about like the transitions and
Oh yeah, yeah.
like the word like I transition like if I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'll cut that out, and but you won't see that happening because I'll cover it up with a picture or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But he does like the graphics that are popping at you and doing I don't have the time to do all that.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
with
oh
that,
man. The chat just mentioned something, man. Who did it? They were talking about every time I hear the name Gator, I think of the movie The Other Guys. Man, so that was my ringtone for a minute, man. Like when that movie came out, it's like Gator don't play no shit.
I knew what comment you were talking about as soon as you were saying it. I saw. Anyway, what's going on, Mike? How you doing? Go follow Mike at Fragrance Fraternity.
Definitely go follow Mike, man.
And Sir John said, "What's up, fellas? Thanks for the heads up. As it pertains to Lamari, I'm eagerly awaiting the relaunch of Porthole. Yeah, it should be by June 1st, from what I'm hearing. Instead of the date is Carlisle. I am feeling it, Gator. So this is going to be a fun live stream.
Oh yeah.
Because I haven't just an FYI, I haven't drank in a year.
Oh wow. See now I feel bad. Now I'm
Oh,
like,
no, no,
oh
no, 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 no. So whenever my daughter was born 15 years ago, me and my wife were heavy drunks, and we
oh wow.
decided that when she was pregnant, we were going to stop drinking, and then we stopped drinking until she was about 5, and then after that, I just said that I was going to start drinking sporadically, and so I do like once a year. I'll have a drink or anything. So I actually was looking forward to this, so don't feel bad for me.
Oh okay. Now I don't feel as bad.
No, it was more just because back in the day I was a heavy drinker. Like I would
Oh
go to the
man.
bar and sing some. Speaking of ACDC, sing some Thunderstruck, and just have a day. While every single day. That's what I would be doing after work, but not anymore.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, look, I left those days behind me, man. I used to be in the club, pop locking against a bunch of Asian guys, and that was fun. And you know, we're all
Oh,
friends now, as a matter of fact.
have you tried any of the fragrances that I sent you yet?
Nope. I made a point not to try any of them. So, I literally
Here's
like
to you
even
though.
the
Most people
bro.
do.
So here's the crazy part. I do those decad dives, and if you could see the other side of the camera, there's like 4 weeks of decad dive sitting here in front of me. Like Tres Oros, I saw somebody in the chat just mention it. Kara, shout out to Kara, man. She mentioned Tres
Hey,
Oros.
Kara.
I've got the samples for Tres Oros sitting right here, and they've been on my desk for like a month. Those day 3 samples. So it's like I'm slowly getting to them. So I'm good at just like, you know what? I'll just put that fragrance out of reach and out of sight, and then I'll come back to it later.
Dude, Gator, I just went through my collection of decants, and my moderators know this firsthand because sometimes I just randomly send them like 50 decants a piece because I have 913 decants in a box behind me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not
We-
good. Uh,
This I like the
I
mom and pop channels. Oh,
Yeah, I could care less about fancy camera work and neon signs. I actually almost got a neon sign, but it was they quoted me. I told you guys I was getting a neon sign that said "dude" and stuff like that. That was going to be right behind me in my collection. But they were charging me $375 for the sign and 290 for the neon. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I thought I was going to go to like Spencer Gifts and get one for 15 bucks.
right. You know,
That's
I
too
mean,
expensive.
people talk about the backdrop that I have right here. This is actually I got this backdrop not necessarily for the fragrance channel, but that Gator with the
Oh, that's sick. I never paid attention to it.
yeah. So yeah, it's I got it basically because it was just a shop. You know, I'm a Saints fan, you know, so it's got that number, my old number 21 on there,
You and Ross
and
both.
you know, oh yeah. So I went ahead and got this whole background for it, and it was gonna originally be for some podcast stuff, and then I didn't do the podcast, and we went on hiatus on both of the podcasts at the same time, and so it was just kind of sitting there, and it's like, oh well, let me put this as a backdrop.
Speaking of fucking football, what the heck are my Steelers doing today? I don't know. It's like, are you trying to win now or are you not? Because they're like, oh, we're getting Aaron Rodgers. We bought $30 million DK Metcalf, and now we're gonna trade away the guy who is a problem. I understand it, but we're gonna trade him away to the Dallas Cowboys for literally nothing. Two
Now
late
that being
round picks.
said, George Pickens fits the culture down there in Dallas very well.
Oh yeah, he totally does. He's gonna be on the podcast with the dude from Penn State. I went to Penn State. Why can't I think of his name right now? I think it's the alcohol hitting me.
Oh,
Um, who's the defensive end or the linebacker over in
oh,
Dallas? Micah
why did I want to
Micah
say AJ?
Parsons.
Oh,
Yeah,
Michael,
Micah
yeah.
Parsons. He's already an issue down there, and so I bet you George Pickens will be on his podcast anytime soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So anyway, let's get into the actual fragrances. I want you
All
to try.
right.
I want you to try Scented Plum in Cognac because I'm obsessed with this fragrance. It's in my top 5 of all time.
Yes.
And Scent of Wood, I've only tried one other, and it was Sandalwood and Oak, and I like that as well. Scent of Wood actually contacted me after I did my post the other day, and they are sending me a bottle of hazelnut and I don't remember it, but it'll be here tomorrow actually.
That sounds delicious. By the way,
Yes.
a little inside story about Plum and Cognac. This one is one that I have been kind of wanting to smell for a while. For some reason, I couldn't find decants of it whenever I wanted to pull the trigger, or the
The
decant was too
Twiggle.
expensive. The trigger,
I do the
or
same thing all the time.
or the decant was too expensive. So I was like, oh well, you know. All right,
Dude,
so this is gonna be
baby talk is a total. It's a thing that comes with being a reviewer. It's you talk so fast and your mind's working that the baby talk just comes out like the
yeah,
twiggle.
yeah, yeah.
I do it all the time.
If you ever get on one of those lives with me, I do it all the time. What is it? Lavender. For some reason, I'll say lavendum. Or no, when I say lavendum, I'll say lavender. And it's like, wait a minute. Those are two
Lavendel.
different things.
Lavendel.
Right. Now, this is good. This, to me, is like one of those fragrances that I would definitely put on as like one of my date night fragrances.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put this in the office as much, although I wear all
No.
of my fragrances in the office. But this is something that I really would love to have for intimate settings. I'm a huge fan of any type of booziness in a fragrance. This one does hit me with a little bit of that booziness at the top here. But and the plum isn't as like boisterous as I thought it was going to be initially. It's a little smoother than I thought it was going to be, and
So
that's nice.
all of their fragrances revolve around woods.
Yeah, I was
Um,
going to say the wood is definitely getting there.
yeah, but this fragrance dries down completely different than the opening. But I have to say that This one, when I first tried it out, I remember telling my moderators, I was like, I really love that fragrance, but I'm not going to say it's fantastic because it's very simplistic. But as it starts to work its way, they call it a mysterious night out fragrance, and I agree. I think the cognac isn't as heavy as I would like it, but I'm a sucker for plum, so I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
That plum is accenting this wood. Really, is this a cedar?
I believe. Let me look up the note breakdown.
Because it
I
is
just
definitely accenting it really, really
sandalwood
well.
maybe.
It could be sandalwood, but I was thinking it might be a little bit.
Plum
It's
and
coming with a little bit of that
cognac.
sweetness at the top with it.
So
Could be
we were both
sandalwood though.
wrong. It's Peru balsam.
Peru balsam. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's I always because Peru balsam was also in Gentleman's Society, I believe, and I got that confused with sandalwood before as well.
Yeah, so that's why this kind of has a familiar feel to me too, because not as strong as it is in here, but I could definitely pick that up in society.
Yeah, this gets sweeter as it starts to dry down,
Yeah.
and then the
Oh
plum
yeah.
and vanilla starts to pull up. But I love how it's like this semi gourmand. And believe me, I mean, you got to give it a few wears. But the first couple times I wore it, I wasn't overly thrilled with the fragrance. It was after that, especially once I got the bottle, I was like, this is probably top five fragrance for me of all time.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I do. And like I said, I think it's surprising to me because when you think plum and cognac, you're thinking, oh, you're gonna get like a dose of this super juicy plum and it's gonna be that, and it's subtle. But that's what I like about it because it is the woods that are basically the base of it, and then you've got little accents of the plum and little accents of a little bit of sweetness going on,
I'm
a little
trying
bit
to
of
get the
boozy.
I was
I
trying to get the
like.
full note breakdown. So it's called a fruity amber sweet warm spicy. I told you I do weird. I said warm spussy, warm spicy woody balsamic cinnamon,
They're gonna.
and it's plum, rum, cinnamon, Peru balsam, vanilla, labdanum, immortelle, Haitian vetiver, and osmanthus.
Oh, okay. I think that cinnamon is was actually making it feel a little bit sharper, like almost like a cedar. I like
And
this. I like this a lot.
yeah,
I
you
like
know what?
this a lot.
You know what I find weird is that they call it plum and cognac, but it's like the no breakdown is not even cognac; it's rum, which is
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
they just were like, you know what? Just put a booze in there. It's like, is it boozy? Okay, good. Plum and
Yeah,
cognac. Plum and rum don't sound. Oh, wait a minute. I think it would have been better to be plum and
plum
rum.
and rum.
Maybe that, maybe that was a little bit too like comical. So they were like, nah, let's just go ahead and go with plum and cognac. Make it sound a little bit more sophisticated.
I was gonna say it sounds more sophisticated, but I like plum and rum better.
Yeah,
The
plum and rum is better.
one they're sending me is praline and hazelnut.
That sounds like that's going to be delicious. And if they're putting this on top of a wood base,
Yeah,
then man, that's probably awesome.
yeah. All of them supposedly have a wood base. Like one's sandalwood and oak, one's something else in oak, one is another one in cedar. So all of them have a woody base, even if they don't say they do. Mike said, "I appreciate the kind words, Newt, but talking to Newt, never mind." So the one that I have already tried, and I did my full review of it. That's coming out tomorrow. Is the one that I wanted to try and do a review on before I had my concert tomorrow, and that is the Latafa Khamrah Dukhan. That
Khamrah
for
Dukhan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to get a review out for that while I was recording today, and so I did it real quick earlier. And this one, so for me, I own the other two. I don't really care for the original Latafa Khamrah. I think it is way too sickeningly sweet.
It is.
Uh, Kawa was a little bit more refined, a little smoother, and then you added that coffee in there, so it was better. But I still don't wear either of them. And then Dukon to me is the best of all three, but I
Yeah.
still wouldn't buy a bottle of it now that I've tried it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's weird because I like it. I really, you know what's weird about this one? I've worn it like 3 times. Well, actually 3 or 4 times. The bottle has actually gotten like more smoky and spicy since when I first got it. But the 3 times that I've worn it, like I've had people, I had a girl walk up to me when I was in Walmart, and she was like, "What oils do you have on?" I was like, "Huh?" It's like, "What oils do you have on?" I was like, "No, I have on a Latafa Dukhan." She was like, "Whatever it is, can you write that down? My boyfriend has to have it." And then she was like, just jotting it down. I was like, "Thank you so much. You smell so good." And just walked off. I'm like, huh,
Hey, that's a
okay.
good compliment, Gator. Then,
Oh yeah.
to me,
Oh
it
yeah.
smell. To me, it smells like Khamrah with a toned down sweetness. If you mix it together with a more synthetic version of Stronger with You tobacco.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see
It's
that. I can definitely see that. This one is all in the dry down. For me, it's definitely the dry down that's the star of it because the top just smells like Camera. And to be completely honest, at the end of it, the because it lasts like 8 9 hours on skin. At the end of it, you're basically just getting Camera again.
yep.
But in the middle is when you start getting that little incensey vibe coming across. You start getting a little bit of that tobacco that's coming in, and it's not really like a super abrasive tobacco, but it is definitely more of like a dry, earthy style of tobacco. Better than I thought it was gonna be. Now, am I gonna wear this a whole lot? Probably. Well, maybe in the fall. In the fall, I'm
In the
probably gonna
fall,
go
I
back to
might get
this
a
one.
wear out of it. I
Oh
said in
yeah.
my video that if I find it at Burlington for the price that the other ones are at, which is $19, I'll buy
Mm-hmm.
it because it's the best of the three, and I
Oh
own
yeah.
the other two, so why not buy it? But I was really I was confused because if you look at the note breakdown and you compare the note breakdown to Strong or Spice Bomb Infrared, the note
Mm.
breakdown is legit. 95% of the notes are the exact same except for the mandarin orange. They
Yeah.
have they have the pimento, they have the benzoin, they have the vanilla, they have literally everything in there is the same. So I thought they were going to be similar, and there's no similarities really to the
Right.
fragrance.
It's almost like they're two different fragrances, even though, and I think it's really just they used the tobacco in here to accent that Khamrah DNA instead of building a DNA off the tobacco. And I think that was kind of what my problem was with that one. It's still Khamrah at the end of the day,
And
you
that's
know?
my issue is that it's still Khamrah, and Khamrah to me is overly sickeningly sweet to the point where it's just the amber cinnamon mixture that they use is just so overly synthetic that I mean,
Hmm.
while it still smells good, I would wear it when I was 15, not when I'm 40. And I'm
Right.
not 40 yet, but
Exactly.
it's just the way that I feel about it. And this one still has that DNA. And while it's the best of the three because it has more going on than just the amber and cinnamon and the vanilla,
Yeah.
it's still to me it doesn't like hit that spot where I'm like, ooh, I need to have this fragrance.
Exactly. Now I'm interested to see what it's going to be like in the fall. Because I feel like after it's because even that week and a half that I had it that between the first wear and the second wear, it changed. So I'm interested in seeing what it does like in the fall. Like after it sits around a little bit, yeah.
Right. We'll see. I mean, they'll probably have Dukhan, I'd say, at Burlington Wow in a matter of a month or so. So I'll get it, let it
Probably.
sit, and then see what it does after that. But he said, hopefully you're not going to turn into Frank the Tank on the stream. Frank the Tank. No, I'm not going to turn into Frank the Tank because I don't have any more. But I got to tell you, if I had another one of those Casamigos or another three, I would be taking them right now.
Right. It'd be a completely different thing. Yeah, that stuff's good, man. It really is.
I got that warm feeling where like you're almost there, and I love that feeling. I just
Yeah.
wish that I could push it over the top, man.
But see,
And I'm
that's where
not.
it's dangerous. The warm feeling is dangerous though, because the
Yeah,
warm feeling means that you're either like right there before going over, or you could take one more. So it's like, do I or don't I? you
no,
know?
and for me because of my size, I could take another two and still have this warm feeling and not get over the top. So
Yeah, yeah.
I just I gotta say that stuff was really good. I mean, it's a fragrance channel, but I gotta say the Casamigos is winning out right now.
Right.
Well,
Sit of the day, Casamigos.
exactly. That is
Leo.
exactly it. What else did I send you? I was thinking about it and I was going to put it on the thumbnail, but I forgot everything else I sent you.
So I've got a couple things that I was super excited about, and we talked about this one first. Maybe 3 4 weeks ago, the YSL the new parfum.
Le
I
Parfum, yeah.
mean, yeah, I'm scared.
To, to answer your question, traffic, I was going through and cleaning them out. I had over 1,000, and so when I was putting them back in the box, I was putting them back in the box by tens. And so when I was putting them back, I was just like 10, 20, and then I would count to 100 and start over. So yeah, it was 913 total, but I counted them as I put it back in. I'm a big numbers person, so, but that shows how far behind I am in the chat.
Oh yeah. Let's see, because yeah, I'm looking at King Elias said, "Did I just tune in to Sips and Snips?" Almost.
Yeah, close enough. I do need to start getting a bottle of liquor or something for the streams because it makes it more fun. Makes it
Oh
easier
yeah.
to talk. Makes it easier to talk to yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I'm doing it by myself. Oh my gosh, man! Look, I gotta have a little cup next to me and see what's going on, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is the YSL Y Parfum. Okay,
2025.
so I was scared because I like, not even like, I love the Y La Parfum. Love it. So I was scared that this was gonna be like way off of a deviation of it when they start talking about pine. And I mean, to be honest, the way the note breakdown broke down, I was like, are we talking about like Lacoste EDP, like the pine and all the stuff
Right.
that they were talking about? But this is nice.
Yeah,
I
it's a.
actually like this.
So I even said it's in my top like 5 to 7 of the year so far, but it doesn't compare to the black bottle. I still think that the parfum that was before this one is much better than this one, but I think that this is a great addition to the Y line because
Yeah,
it takes pieces of like the EDP Intense and the EDP and it blends them together and makes it more green and grown up.
yeah, it does. With a shot of Invictus.
It does have that's where I actually said the opening of Y EDP Intense has pieces of the Y Live, which people always compared to Invictus
Yeah.
because it has that kind of like bubblegummy nature to it. And the opening to this is like that, but the dry down is not.
Oh yeah, man. This is the opening. But see, I kind of like that bubblegummy sometimes. Sometimes you're in the mood for bubblegum. And this is something I would definitely love. So if it dries down differently, that means that I can experience two different things here. From the opening with the bubblegumminess and then as it gets into the dry down, is it getting a little bit more woody and green towards the dry down there?
Not overly so, but yes. Like the pine never becomes pine. It never becomes that Lacoste EDP that you were talking about, or Russian leather, or anything like that. The pine just shows itself as a green woodiness, but it's never actually pine.
Yep, and I think Mo was he's asking the question, and I do. He was like, Gator, do you get the Wilder Parfum 25 and Sync Terra connection? You do. I definitely do. I think that the Y is a little bit sweeter. Definitely, but I can get the coniferousness coming out in here already. And yeah, Sync Terra is a lot more salty aquatic type vibe going on, but they both have that kind of that piney type of vibe going on in there.
See, in the new Wiley
Hmm.
Parfum that you're smelling, I actually don't get any pine. Like I get a green woodiness, but I don't get any actual pine. And Newt, I agree. It covers my plum Japanese need for the plum and cognac. But the plum and cognac, I want you to smell that after about 45 minutes because if you're saying you like that sweet bubble gum, it's weird because the dry down, that is where it goes.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. Then well, it's already starting to
Yeah,
because
it
that
starts to get
vanilla is starting to
sweeter.
pop. Yeah, that vanilla is starting to pop on that thing. I like it. All right, let me see what we got. Oh no, you got to try one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try one. I just wanted to say hey to Sandy. Sorry I didn't do my live stream a bit earlier. I was planning on doing it last week a bit earlier, but I had to skip the live stream. So I will do it next week a bit earlier since you are overseas. But I'm happy that you're here. He lives over in the European England, like the UK area. At least I think
Oh
that's
man,
it.
well shout out to you for joining, man. Appreciate seeing you over here, man.
All right, 1 second. So, all right, so there's one other one I wanted to try first, and it leaked in the box a bit, so I knew what it's a clone of.
Oh wow, did it
Um,
leak? Which one did I?
only a slight bit.
Oh,
It is
okay.
Rayhan Crimson, which
Yeah.
based on the leak, I am pretty sure it smells like Creed Centaurus.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this,
Yeah.
but that's what it smells like.
Yeah. So crimson is an interesting fragrance to me because it is, and I'm gonna let you smell that, but it is
Fantastic.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
smells like it smells. I mean, I've already smelled this leaking in the box just a tad, but
Yeah.
I was like one of these smells like Creed Centaurus, and then I saw that this one had a little bit of fluid leaking down the
Yeah.
side of it, and I was like, that's Creed Centaurus. If you just dialed down the quality, I mean, the smell is so damn close, but the
Yeah.
quality is it's just a notch down. But
Yeah.
if you're not somebody that wants to pay the 250 whatever it is for a tester or whatever online, this is a very 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 good interpretation of Creed Centaurus.
Yeah, and it's crazy because with this one, okay, so the thing that I noticed the most about it when I did, when I was wearing it, is that compared to Centaurus, the Centaurus has a drier tobacco vibe. This one, the tobacco comes across a little bit lower quality and it's a little bit wetter. It comes across a little bit
Yeah,
wetter. But aside from that, and the fact that in the dry down, which some people might actually like this, in the dry down, the amber comes in hot on that crimson, man. It comes in a lot earlier, and like so in that like 4 hour mark, you're getting basically amber and vanilla,
yeah,
and it's nice.
yeah. I can. So this one, I mean, if I'm talking closeness, I would say like I don't like doing percentages, but I would say it's probably 90%
Yeah,
similar to the original, and it just has, like you said, that moist tobacco compared to more of a drier tobacco. But
yeah,
it doesn't lean as heavy on the spices that Creed Centaurus does. Um,
yeah.
but with that said, I am nitpicking for a $40 or whatever this costs version
Mm-hmm.
of Creed Centaurus. I mean, I don't see why people wouldn't try this out if they're in the clone gang. I
Yeah,
personally won't
yeah.
buy this because I'm gonna buy Centaurus, and
Right.
that's always been my issue. Is that I would rather have a decant of a clone so I can just say, oh yeah, I understand the comparison there, and then just move past it. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing here. If I wasn't already set on buying Creed Centaurus and I wanted to save money, that is a great option.
Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong, I got a 10 mil of Centaurus. What I do with a lot of those more expensive fragrances, especially when I know that it's a fragrance that I don't have to spray very much of, I'll
Yep.
go ahead and get like a 10 mil or 20 or 15 mil of that fragrance, and I'll just kind of babysit that for a while because I'm not spraying it a whole lot. But I'll use like a Centaurus or like the other one that I'm gonna be. I think I sent you, which is the Vulcan Sable. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get the God of Fire, or I'll get the Sandance in the decant for 10. Because they're a lot more
Is one of
expensive.
these a clone of Sandance?
Yes.
Oh, because I just got a decant of Sandance 2 days ago, so I actually am very familiar with that fragrance.
Yeah, man. So
Boozy, ambery.
yeah, so when you smell that sable, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is Sandance. If Sandance wasn't so bougie,
Yeah.
this is
Isn't that how a lot of clones are though? It's pretty much like
yeah."
the bougie, more synthetic version of the original.
Basically, I mean, they tend to be a little bit more linear. It's almost like they pick out a specific part of it and say, "Okay, we're going after that vibe," and they
Yeah.
kind of stay linear on them on that. Some people like that though. Some people like that those fragrances kind of pick out the note that they like, and it just sits on that note for the entirety of the fragrance. So
Pretty much
yeah,
what Latafa Khamrah did with Angel Share, where they
basically.
picked out the cinnamon and amber and just ran with it. That's pretty
Right,
much how they did it.
exactly.
But
All right,
anyways,
I'm gonna guess it's
seeing
my
as
turn.
Sandy
Oh,
said
good.
I'm still waiting for Spice Bomb Metallic Must to be released in the UK. Yeah, I mean, if you like Spice Bomb DNA and you want a laundry dryer sheet version of it, it's what it smells like, and I think it's freaking amazing. If you are a little bit more grown up, which I know Sandy, you like your more grown up sense, that's what it smells like.
Speaking of, that was literally the fragrance that I pulled out was Spice Bomb Metallic Musk because this is another one that I've been super excited to put my nose on, man. I am a fan of that Spice Bomb DNA, so I was
This
like,
is
oh, let me
basically the Spice Bomb you wear to work.
that would actually be good for me. That would be. Oh yeah, I get the laundry comparison right away.
Hmm.
I get the clean laundry comparison.
It's the white musk that just brings in a ton of like a laundry like white musk, and you mix that together with a Spice Bomb DNA, and that's what you got.
Man, I like white musk a lot, man. One of the fragrances that I've been really like hard on like spraying a lot is pause is the Bravanzo Imperial, and it uses that white musk in there, man. It's nice and powdery and fresh, and that's what I'm getting from here. I'm getting a good like powdery style, clean laundry style fragrance, man, and I'm not even getting a whole lot of like super sweetness, but there's something in the background that's kind of
Well, you're getting there's like the black pepper and spice from the Spice Bomb, but as it starts to dry in the opening, you get a really small tinge of the vanilla. But as it
yeah.
starts to dry, that's when it starts to flip, and you start to have more vanilla than the laundry like soapiness, and then it kind of just mixes together all like, and you have soapy, clean vanilla with a little bit of spice.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's another one that's really good, man. This is when you say work office wear, this is exactly what I'm getting from this. I'm getting something that I would wear, when I throw on my polo and I'm about to go into work, slash, 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 slash. Make sure I
Exactly.
get the inside of the elbow and go in and really just kind of like walk by people and expect them to kind of as I'm going by. This is nice.
Unlike Mo, who I just put on the screen, who I was telling yesterday, I was like, bro, you wear like the crazy sweetest scents to work. And he's like, I don't give a shit. I'm just wearing whatever I want to work. But have you ever tried that Teriyaki Intense? I know you're big into
Yes.
clones. That's amazing fragrance.
Yes. Yes. So this is the crazy part. I bought my wife the original teriyaki a while back, and she was like, "This smells like synthetic banana in the dry down." Which I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is not good." So I was hesitant to buy teriyaki intense, but I did go ahead and get it and she didn't like that one either. So I was just like, dang, but I actually like it, so I'm probably going to be doing a review on it probably in the next couple of weeks, I would say.
Time out for
Finally.
1 second. Johnny Pump, just Instagram message me. I have Moscow Mule. I've already done my review. You can have mine for 30. If you would like it, I'll pay for shipping. So just contact me. I'll send you the bottle. Or
Oh, right, sir.
email me at fragrancedude@gmail.com. No big deal.
Moscow Mule is pretty nice too, man. It's surprisingly good for me. I was like, okay, I got to wear it in a good bit of hot weather, and people like to compare it to like, well, I mean, it's a clone of Blue Moon Ginger Dash. I like it
Mm-hmm.
better than Blue Moon Ginger Dash because Blue Moon Ginger Dash goes sour on
Mm-hmm.
my skin,
It's
just
a
like the
fishy
drink
smell.
does. Yeah, and just like
Yeah.
the drink, the actual drink kind of goes sour, and that's what it does. So I guess it's realistic, but the Moscow Mule doesn't. So yeah.
The Moscow Mule did for me while I was on my live stream, but the next two wares, it did not do that for me.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, now I'm starting to get that vanilla.
Yeah. The vanilla starts to pop in.
Oh, nice. No,
It's
I
a
like
sim
that too.
it's a simplistic fragrance that is a very easy wear.
I'm probably getting a bottle of that. I'm definitely, yeah,
If you're gonna
yeah.
get a bottle, I would recommend waiting or looking and seeing what Scent Rush because, or message me and I'll see what Scent Rush can do for you. But Johnny, I just got your Instagram message. I will contact you after and we'll work out that Moscow Mule. Anyway, so the next one is French Avenue Vulcan Sable. Since you mentioned it,
Oh
is
yeah.
this the? Did you say it's God of Fire?
Now that one, Sable is Sandance.
Sandance. Okay, I'll do
So you're
this.
probably going to get the same thing that I got when you spray it.
It's a bougie version of Sandance.
Yeah.
The quality is a little bit lower. It almost has a bit
Yeah.
more of a bit more sweetness, leaning a little bit heavier on the amber and less on the booze.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the
Well,
biggest issue for me, man, was that the booziness isn't. So I like that pungent booziness that's in Sandance. It kicks you in the face. I like that. It's got some bite to it. This one doesn't have that booziness, but this one has like a sweeter vibe to it. It's kind of like
it's almost
almost
like
like
if
a
you,
cocoa.
it, it's almost like if you mix. To me, if it's like if you mix Sandance with maybe a little bit of like Ultramall or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, you're right. There is a little bit of like a slight like chocolatey vibe.
Yeah, it comes across more chocolatey than Sandance at the top. And Sandance does have a little bit of that cacao going down into like the mids, which is one of the reasons I like it. I actually got to, I actually got like a 10 mil of Sandance. I love that stuff. So it was like, when I got this one, I was like, oh, okay. I like this. But what I found though was that this one actually got me like more compliments than the
Oh, I
Sandance
could
did.
easily see that. Oh yeah, this would definitely get you more compliments than Sandance because it's more crowd pleasing.
I have to tell you guys these stories because when I tell my wife these stories, she gets mad and I get banned from wearing certain fragrances. That fragrance, no, she was on the phone with me when I was in the store, and because I ended up going to Walmart every other day, and I don't know why that is, but like I was in Walmart and we're on the phone and she was asking me about something, and this girl like I was trying to get some the great value style of the shells and cheese, because I'm not bougie, and I'm getting it, and this girl like was standing next to me, and I guess because she knew I was on the phone, she was like, I was like, yeah, I'm on the phone with my wife. What's going on? She's like, oh, you married? Oh, my bad. I just wanted to tell you, I just was gonna compliment you because you smell real good. I just was gonna compliment you because you smell real good. That's all. That's all. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
no, I just like standing like this. What do you want?
Yeah, yeah. And my wife was like, "Yeah, you ain't wearing that one out no more."
Yeah.
I have a
That's
list of fragrances I can't wear out because my wife is like, "Nah, you got to be with me when you wear them." That one got added to the list that day.
Yeah, my wife doesn't really give two shits. She's just like, I've been married to you for like 12 years, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, she thinks that these girls are gonna overpower me and take me to to their house. I don't know why that is.
Kevin for the win said Lou Dissy, Port Homme, and I just got Bulgari Legem Sahare for 221. A Bulgari for 221. I haven't even heard of that one before. That must be in like the Tiger realm.
Yeah, that's that Tigar, in that Tigar thing, those little gems.
Yeah,
Oh man, that actually 221.
yeah, that's a
Dang.
pretty good price for a Bulgari. What's going on, Montrese? How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. My wife hates. Okay, so I need to comment on this, Newt, and he knows. Me and him say the same thing. So, my wife got me started into. So I had about 15 fragrances whenever she first. I got a sample kit from a biz agent, which is like a survey thing. They sent me Azara Wanted by Night and YSL YEDT upon release, and I tried them out. And my wife said, "I'm buying those for you." And then afterwards, you'll have over 20 fragrances. You need to start a fragrance channel. So then I started, I didn't do it for about 4 years. And then she bought me two more fragrances and was like, do the fragrance channel. And I got it. Then I started, and she doesn't care how many bottles I buy. We made a rule that I wouldn't buy a bottle over 250 bucks unless we both
Mm.
agreed on it. And so the only one right now that I bought that I paid over 250 was Pacific Chill because we both wear it.
Yeah.
Um, but with that said, she hates about 95% of my collection. There's like 20 in my collection of 500 some that she actually likes, and those ones are the ones that I wear the most. Most of the other ones just sit.
Yeah, my wife's pretty good with most of my collection. There's only been like a couple of fragrances that I've got that she does not deal with. Wulong Cha,
Yeah.
she literally has a visceral reaction to oolong cha. Like
My wife too.
she will like literally, oh my god, oh, like I literally had to send my bottle back when I first got it
Yeah.
because she was not having it. She was just like, I can't. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna send it back. I ended up getting another bottle afterward, but it's just like she does not do oolong cha. It's
My
something
my
about the
my
florals
wife
in there.
finds it. My wife finds it too feminine.
Ooh, maybe that's what it is. Or no, no, cause then she would have wanted to wear it. So now she's just, oh, she
She
can't do it.
said she said it's too feminine even for me. You shouldn't wear that. So I bought Kieran Sunday Brunch, and she loves that, which is a more citrusy version of the Wulong Cha style
Right.
IPA. Yeah, so now she ends up liking that.
Yeah, like Melody of the Sun to me, that's the one I replaced it with, and
Hmm.
she really likes Melody of the Sun, really
You know,
likes it.
one or two things you switch up,
Yeah.
and it must be because my wife doesn't like the fig and floral mix that comes in the Wulong Cha,
Mmm.
and so that's probably what is going on. But the Sandance clone, getting back to that, I have to say, again, it's not like exactly Sandance, but it's very close to it as far as
Yeah.
like what it's trying to do. Like he said, it's like a bougie version of it, and it actually smells really good. It's almost like if a designer brand was trying to make something similar to Sandance.
Sandance, yeah. And I find that the French Avenue has been doing their thing, man, recently as far as like the way that they're trying to put these clones out. Wait till you smell Vulcan Fue. Oh, sorry,
Vulcan
Vulcan Few
Few. Oh,
is what
okay.
it's called now.
But
Vulcan
so
Few.
you're up next anyway. So
All
I'll
right,
wait. I'll,
so
I'll save that one after.
that metallic musk, man, is growing on me. The more I'm smelling this, the more
Hmm.
I'm like, this is super clean laundry. This is like, um, yeah, I like that a
It
lot.
takes
So
a few wears. Once you get the few wears on it, that's when most people have said they started out saying, "Oh, I really like that. Oh, I really like that." Actually, I think that's really good for what it's doing.
this one is the oh wow, the Mugler Stellar. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So I just an FYI, I sold my bottle.
oh yeah. You were telling me like, look, I sold that bottle. Okay,
Yeah.
now that scares me a little.
Well, it's the dry down's nice. It's just it's too close to other Muglers that I've tried, and I like them much better. And so I was like, I'm not keeping this.
Hmm, smells like glue. No, no,
Okay,
actually,
good
no, it
guess.
doesn't smell like glue quite. I think where are they going? They're going for something nutty, man. They're going for some pistachio or something in the top,
Well, the
or
pistachio is nowhere close in the opening. The pistachio comes in, and that is when I start to like it. It's about 15 minutes into the fragrance when that opening, that roughness, that patchouli,
yeah,
that starts to wane and get out of your way, and then you're left. I mean, it's actually probably about a half hour. That's when the pistachio comes in, and it's good. But the
yeah,
opening, to me, it smells like paint thinner.
yeah. That's paint thinner. That's what
Yeah,
it is. 'Cause I was like, it smells like glue, paint thinner. That's even
yeah.
better.
When you
It's
said
almost
glue,
like
go ahead.
I could kind of pick up the nuttiness, but it's not like pronounced. All I can pick up really right now is paint thinner glue
You
with
let me
some sweet vibes.
Mugler, amen. So a lot of people are comparing the opening of this to the original, which a lot of people dislike the original and a lot of people love the original. It's one of those like real divisive fragrances. And the opening of this one is supposed to be pistachio and bergamot. The mid is mint and lavender, and the base is coffee, tonka, styrax, and musk. Honestly, there's a lot missing from that opening because the opening to me
Yeah,
smells like there's roasted coffee beans, kind of like similar
yeah.
to Halloween Man X, where it's a very synthetic roasted coffee bean mixed together with like a darker patchouli, and it's just it comes off almost chemically to me.
It's very chemical. It smells like if mint notes sucked. This what that's what
Yeah,
this smells like.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? The more I smell this, the more I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, wait till you get to the dry down because it actually does get good. It's just,
Oh,
it's
oh,
like,
ooh.
well, but it's the opening is just, I was like, why would I want to wear that half hour? I don't want to
Yeah,
wear that half hour.
I don't want
I
I
sold
don't
it
want to
to
fight my
Joey.
fragrance, man.
Yeah, I sold it to Joey at Scent Rush so he can decant it away so people can actually try it out before they buy it. Because Mugler usually doesn't do decants. So I sent it to Joey so he could decant it to people who actually wanted to try it first.
Yeah, if you're thinking about buying a bottle of this, give Joey some business and get him to decant this thing out for you because this, yeah, I don't want to fight my fragrance for 40 minutes to get to the good part.
That's exactly what I said in my review. I don't want to do that either. Not
Ooh,
even not even a little bit. Did I
ugh.
sell
I'll
that?
come back
Yeah,
to
I
you.
sold it. Yeah, you don't even need. Well, come back to it in like a half hour because that's one that it does get really good in the pistachio. Yeah, did you ever try that pistachio fragrance, that Kayali pistachio that they had a
Oh yeah,
clone of? It gets to there.
yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good because I like yum pistachio gelato. I'm
Yeah.
a fan. I got I got the Care pistachio over there, and then I had I got a 10 mil of the yum pistachio gelato, which I like a lot. There's a new one, and Ross talked about it from New Notes, that latte pistachio. I did it on a decant dive. I'm getting a bottle of that. That stuff's good.
Is it good?
It's good.
Because
Yeah.
I was about to buy a bottle with my affiliate balance, and then I talked to about four people who all said it sucked.
What?
Yes.
How dare they? Number one. Number two, man. Yeah, you gotta put your nose on it though. You got to,
Yeah.
because it's something. If you like pistachio and you like the nutty side of those fragrances, that's a good one. That's a good one to get in there.
Yeah, I was nervous about it because whenever I was talking to them, they were like, "Yeah, it smells real synthetic and real cloying and blah blah blah." I was like, "But I love pistachio." I was
It's
like, "So
cloying.
why not?"
Oh, it's cloying. That part is like once you get into the dry down, it gets a little better. But at the top, oh, it's cloying. It definitely is. But once it like gets past that first like 5 to 10 minutes and it kind of calms down, it goes real smooth. I don't think it's very. It's some people may call it super synthetic. I don't think it's super synthetic at all, though. It actually comes across more like a ground pistachio, and then it kind of smooths up out a little bit.
That's interesting. But yeah,
Oh
this
yeah,
one, the pistachio, while it doesn't have the full sweetness, the pistachio from that like yum pistachio gelato that does come through in that fragrance, but it takes a while to get there and it's not as prominent.
all right. Well, hey, now which one do you got now?
French Avenue Vulcan Faux
Yep, that's the one.
or Vulcan Few or whatever it's called.
I think it's few. I was calling it way for the longest. So
No,
Vulcan,
this is the God of Fire clone.
yeah, yeah,
You can automatically tell God of Fire has this specific smell compared to all other tropical fragrances that as
yeah.
soon as you smell it, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like their background, the white musk or something that they use. It just has a distinct smell to it, and this one does the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's why I've smelled the Ophidian Mango Bliss. I've smelled a couple of the other ones that are out there. This one, by far, to me, is the best interpretation of the God of Fire. It nails it. As a matter of fact, it nails the progression. Like the Sandance clone, the Vulcan Sable, it's different, and it
Yes.
doesn't progress exactly the
This
same.
one smells like God of Fire.
Yeah, that one is literally, and the way when it dries down, it follows the same progression. It's really good. That
I
one's
mean,
really good.
so I'm not against God of Fire. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm kind of like at like it's a good tropical fragrance.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
um, and this one, I mean, honestly, if I was to buy God of Fire, it would only be for the bottle style, just because I like the look of the bottle.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if I was going for the scent and the scent only, just based on this opening, I wouldn't even need to buy God of Fire because it smells so similar.
Oh yeah, and like I said, into the dry down, it's basically the same. I like that one a lot because of the fact that the woods are darker. They nail that Agarwood type of vibe, and like the Mango Bliss, and what's the other one? There's another one I think Paris, not Paris Corner. There's another mango out there, Mango Ice or something like that. Most of them they emphasize on the mango and not really the woods, and this one kind of balances it out really well.
Well, it does. It has a little bit more citrus than what the original God of Fire has. I mean, it does it so well. I mean, it's
Oh
just.
yeah, man.
I mean, that's a really good interpretation of God of Fire. I honestly was coming into that thinking, oh, God of Fire, like whatever. But it actually smells good enough that you might not even need to buy the original God of Fire unless you're looking for the bottle style and maybe a little bit better quality.
Oh yeah. Now
That's
the
good.
crazy part, you mentioned Pacific Chill. This one is the one I was supposed to send you. This was John Lowe Vibe, which is a Pacific Chill clone, right? The reason I didn't send it to you is because in the breakdown, it shows that it has May Rose. And I know the wife is allergic to rose, so I was like, you know what?
Damask Rose is one, and the other I haven't tried that one. Like as far as that, I don't know what the ingredient is for May Rose, but it all depends on what style of rose oil it is, because she's allergic to
Yeah,
specific rose oils.
right. And that's why I was like, I'm gonna stay away from it just in case.
This is a really good fragrance.
Oh, the Vulcan Flay?
Oh,
Or Few?
yeah, it's really good. I actually
Oh
like
yeah, man.
I might like it better than God of Fire. You
Yeah,
know
and
what? Go ahead.
no, good. This I was just talking.
You know which one that I wanted that I was I forgot to ask you to send is the one that I've been wanting to get a bottle of. It has the planets on the front.
Oh, Art of Universe. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I definitely need to send. I don't know why I thought you had a decant of it. I need. I'll probably send you a decant of that too. Art of Universe is interesting. I like to describe it as like, people talk about Blue Talisman a lot, right? And Blue Talisman, to me, I was never super impressed with it, but I thought it was nice. I think the thing that colored my opinion of Blue Talisman the most was the price, because it was like literally like what 350 when I first saw it. And I was like, oh hell nah, Karen, you know. But then like I got the Taj 2, and I was like, as a matter of fact, I got Taj too, and I remember telling Ross about it, and like, it's okay. And then he got it, I think, on something. And he was like, nah, yeah. So then I got Art of Universe, and I was mentioning it, and he got it in, and he likes it better actually. But to me, there's a big difference between the two, between
Yeah,
Blue
see,
Talisman and Art
I
of Universe.
smelled it one time on somebody else. I
Yeah,
never actually had a decant of it. But I have to say, when it comes to our opinions on Blue Talisman is my most sought after fragrance right now.
oh
I'm trying to
wow.
find, yeah, it's that's I had a 10 milliliter decant, and as far as fresh fragrances, that is probably a top 10 right now for me in my entire
it's
collection.
It's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is good. I think, like I said, I think my opinion was colored mostly by the fact that it was so expensive at first. But I think that is something that I'm probably gonna jump into a little bit more. I like Aquawood from Mancera, and it's
Yeah, I
got
do too.
that pear and incense, and I think for some reason it reminded me a lot of Aquawood, and I think
See,
that's why I was kind of like,
I see. I don't know why, but so I've heard a lot of people talk about their opinions on Blue Talisman.
yeah.
For me, and nobody else has mentioned this, but for me, on my skin, Blue Talisman comes off like 95% juicy pear, and that is
Ooh.
what and it comes off like that for 10 hours. Like the pear doesn't leave for
See,
me.
See that now, if it did that on my skin, I probably would be like a big fan of it. For
Yeah, see,
some reason, on my skin, it's weird.
yeah, and my wife even said it doesn't come off that way to her, but for me, and the way that I'm sensing Blue Talisman, it literally smells like a juicy pear with some underlying nuances like citrus, maybe a little bit of musk, a little bit of this, but for the most part, it comes off like a juicy pear that is 90%, 95% of the fragrance.
Oh yeah, man. I may have to get back on it and actually get a good wear on it this summer because there's a few of them that I've decanted out that I'm going to be like really putting some good tests on this summer. One of them I know I'm getting is that the Thomas Kosmala number 4 neon.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh, nice, beautiful, tropical, juicy fruit at the top. Man, that's nice. It's nice. So I'm gonna be putting some wares on that, and I'll probably end up getting a bottle of it. They say Rose didn't stop me. No, it was
Well,
only because he sent the other one with that had the rose in it, and I was like, oh snap, I got to make sure I don't send anything with rose.
oh, I always say the same thing to Mo. I'm like, and he sent me something with Rose last time. That's why he's saying Rose didn't stop me because last time he sent something that had Rose in it and it was Damask Rose, and I
Yeah.
was like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you seriously kidding me?
Now
Um,
I sent you another. think I sent you two more, but
one
I,
of
I
them,
can't even remember what I sent you.
one of them I tried. I
Oh,
didn't
that's right.
realize that you sent it. It's over there. I don't remember the name of it. And the other one that you sent me is uh, the Royal Blend Bourbon.
Okay. Now I think Celestia Blue is the other one I sent you.
Celestia Blue is the
Um,
one that I tried.
that's the Office for Men clone.
Yes, that one I
And
did try. Somebody sent it to me. And the Royal Bourbon and Vu Zingy I haven't tried yet.
Vu Zingy. So Vu Zingy is the Torino 21 clone. And I sent that to you because I figured you probably would be more versed in that Torino 21 DNA than a lot of people would be.
Well, let's see what it smells like. A lot of Torino. Well, I'll let you know in a second if this
Yeah,
one's like
spoiler
that.
alert, the mint is different.
I was just about to say something, and there's a lot of Torino 21 clones that do not get the mint right, and it ends up smelling like another fragrance, and it's one that Mike just sent me from Fragrance Fraternity, and it's Etate Libre Orange, You or Someone Like You,
Which I'm getting a bottle of.
which smells like a mint mojito, and that is what this one smells like. It does the
Yeah.
mint just like that one.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
one is closer to that fragrance than it is Torino 21.
Yeah, but the difference between that one and You or Someone Like You is that one comes across that spearmint that they're using a spearmint definitely. It comes across like more peppery.
Yeah, there's a little bit more of an actual not just mint, but more of an herbaceous tone underneath it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
What's up, T Frag?
T Frag.
He was one of my first moderators for a long while, a couple years actually.
But yeah,
Um,
that one's interesting, man.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good, but it does remind me if you took pieces of Torino 21 and pieces of You or Someone Like You and actually pieces of a Mouage Beach Hut Man and then kind of toss them into a bucket.
Oh, I didn't think about Beach Hut, man. Yeah, I could see that.
It has that kind of spicy herbaceous tone underneath the mint.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, man. This is another one where, and I was telling Ross that I was like, we're getting the fragrances at the same time because I like stalk fragrance buy, and like I'll see the new arrivals and I'll get them in, and then it's like, okay, I got mine sitting, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to do the review, and then Ross put up the review, and I'm like, God damn it, I thought I was gonna get it up first.
Oh, him and I for years have always went back and forth on who's gonna get the new, because we always like he'll message me and say, hey, did you see that makeup got this fragrance, or I'll say, hey, did you see news got this fragrance, and then we'll order it on the same day, and it's like who gets the damn fragrance first.
Yeah.
And sometimes he'll get it and like mine will get stuck in customs and his won't, and so he'll get it like 2 weeks before me, and then another time it'll be flipped around and we're always like, god damn it. Like,
And speaking of, that was part of the reason that I kind of was like, I was trying to hold up to send you those decants. I was waiting on this one to come in, and so I could send the decant to you, and it came in literally the day after I sent them.
what is that, the fig one?
Yep.
So Fig Me Up. Okay, I thought it was the Fig Ecstasy because I just tried that on the last live stream.
Oh yeah, this is the new one, the Fig Me Up. Which spoiler alert, I love this.
What's it? Does
I
it
do.
smell like anything else?
Um, to me, it does have. It's got a little bit of fig ecstasy in it, but I think that it's a little bit more. I think it's better blended, a little bit more well done. It's darker than I expected it to be. It's got some rhubarb in the top that freshens it up, though. So
I
it
like
it
rhubarb.
comes across fruity floral at the top, and then like as it goes into that dry down, man, it gets darker and it's more woody in nature. It's really nice. It's I was
See,
surprised.
I know you're a big Mancera fan, though. I am the complete opposite of you.
No, I know you you don't like the Panceras.
It's like I like Mancera Cedrat Blasé. The Intense Cedrat Blasé I find redundant. I think that
Yeah,
Instant Crush is it smells nice, but it's like just overly cloying in my opinion. And then you have things like Red Tobacco, which gives off a chemically vibe to me in the opening. Some I like Sicily Lemon Lime. I told you I've tried about 50 of their fragrances. My favorites are Cedrat Blasé and Aqua Wood. But past that, the rest of the fragrances, I could easily buy them, but would I wear them enough to warrant the purchase?
yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I wear a lot of them. I mean, the Cedrat Boise, of course, which is actually, believe it or not, one of the ones I don't wear that much. But
I love it.
because it gave me a headache when I first started wearing it. But Amberful, one of their newer ones, I'm a fan of that one. Eternal Wood by them, the last one that they released in the fall. That thing is, if the Most Wanted had an elixir, that would be it.
Hmm.
I really like with the toffee, the way that they do the toffee and the oud in there, or the woods technically, but it comes across as like oud.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
What's that? What's the name of that one?
It's called Eternal Wood.
Oh, I might have to try that. If you're saying that it's very similar to Most Wanted, which is one of my favorite designer fragrances, I might as well try it.
Yeah, it starts off like oud for greatness, and then as it starts to dry down, you start getting that toffee that starts kind of coming into it. And the thing I like about it more than like oud for greatness, or even Haltane, because they compare it to Haltane a lot too, is that with
Well, because
Haltane and oud for greatness,
Haltane is Initio and Parfums de Marly are sister companies, and they're pretty
yeah,
much Haltane is Oud for Greatness, just with a slight twist.
yeah, that praline, man, and
Yeah.
it's that sweetness. But with that one, it's like the sweetness goes all throughout the life. Because with Haltane, you'll get that praline pop, but as it gets into that deep dry down, that just goes basically just woody. With this one, you get that toffee the whole time, that sweetness in the woods the whole time.
Well,
You know,
I'm gonna have to give that one a try, as well as Amberful, because I have heard good things about Amberful.
yeah, Amberful's nice, man. It's a lot more versatile than people give it credit for.
There's also that new cherry one that people have been talking about that I
Oh,
wanted to
cherry,
try.
cherry.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
right now I have a lot of I have Initio's Power Self. I have the Louis Vuitton Elves. I have the new Roja Apex, the new Roja Isola Soul, and
Ooh.
the Isola Verde, and the new Bond, all on the way that should be here Monday.
That Isola Verde is the one I'm really interested in because I got to see what that thing does, man. Because if it's green and oh man, yeah, I want to see what it's doing.
Yeah, that one, and I also heard the new Bond is very, very good. So I'm going to be trying all of those probably next Monday. And I also bought a 5 milliliter of Cactus Garden from Louis Vuitton because I never tried it and I heard it was a really good one.
Ooh,
So I'm going to be trying that
yeah.
one out too. But
Oh yeah,
it
bourbon.
is right. Go ahead.
No bourbon. I think we were doing bourbon.
Yeah, that was one that I said I left over there because I
Oh
had the
no,
amount, all the fragrances. I was trying to match the number of fragrances that you
yeah.
had.
Oh okay,
Uh,
yeah.
but we also are at 9 o'clock, which that's when my
Oh
daughter
yeah.
goes to sleep for school. So, is there anything else that you wanted to say to the chat or anything before we sign off?
No, guys, man, I appreciate all the support and everything that y'all have given my channel and Randy's channel actually for the last some odd years that he's been doing it, the last year or so that I've been doing it, man. It's greatly appreciated. Love each and every one of you guys for doing what you do, and that's coming in, supporting, being active, and just showing your boy some love, showing Randy some love. Definitely appreciate it, man. Come follow me over at the Novice Knows. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so that you know when I'm about to post a video. And hey, just hit me on Instagram, hit me on all those platforms, man.
Appreciate it, man. So yeah, definitely go follow Novice Knows. Again, he's over on Instagram. He's on YouTube. Does a lot of live streams, more than I do. So if you guys want to, definitely go check him out. Some follow your up and comers, absolutely. But I appreciate you coming on, man. Definitely got to get you on here more often. I think we need to do like me, you, Mike, maybe somebody else come on to the live stream and do like a
Oh
four-way
yeah.
intersection live stream.
Oh heck yeah, man! Because you mess with good dudes, man. So I'm always down for that.
Something flew in my eye like 5 minutes ago. I have no idea what it
Oh
was,
no.
but that's why I keep rubbing my eye. I was like, something flew in my eye. But anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. I appreciate it. I know this was a odd live stream time or not odd live stream day for me, but for
Yeah.
everybody who showed up, if you watch it on the replay, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, go into the channel description for the live stream, and you will see the link to Novice Knows channel, so you guys can go check him out. But I appreciate you coming on. You guys have a fantastic night. Peace
Peace
out.
out.